77% and Social Security. What does it mean for your benefit and your monthly check? That's a good question and exactly what we're going to focus on right here in the video. So let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, I want to talk about the magical 77% figure you probably heard about or seen in the headlines as it pertains to Social Security. Now, this is a very important topic that we need to discuss in greater detail because ultimately it will impact your benefits and your monthly check. Therefore, we need to discuss what this all means and how it may impact you at some point in the future. Let's get into it and talk about what's going on and what all of these headlines actually mean. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it is my dedication, my commitment, and my promise to you and everybody right here in the community to continuously watch all this new information hitting the wire, do the necessary research, and break it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on, and most importantly, how any of this information is going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, or anything out there right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of as a low-income or fixed-income beneficiary. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet so you don't miss any videos going forward. And just remember, I truly want to help you out in any way that I can, which is exactly why I'm here for you every single day. All right, let's get into it and talk about this 77% figure. What does it mean pertaining to Social Security, and is it something we need to be concerned about? All right, there's a lot of moving parts here. Let's discuss the details. It all comes down to a couple different studies that have been conducted. One by the CBO, Congressional Budget Office, as well as the Social Security Board of Trustees. Now, these are what we need to focus on because they're basically looking at all the numbers, the health of the finances of Social Security, and what this program has basically in the trust fund and what they can continue to pay out for how many more years before that magical word yet again, insolvency, right? Yeah. All right. Now, as of right now, and what the reports are suggesting is that we have about 10 or so years, give or take a little bit, until Social Security could potentially be insolvent. Now, this simply means that the trust fund would no longer have any money in it, and therefore they would only be able to pay out any money that is coming in through Social Security payroll taxes. Basically, it comes in one door through Social Security payroll taxes, and then immediately it is distributed to the beneficiaries. But that is coming with this 77% figure. Now, that's what I want to discuss in greater detail because this continues to show up in the headlines out there. There's a lot of discussion about this and what it really means for the millions of beneficiaries. Now, let me throw this out there. Will it impact your benefit as of right now today? No. Is it going to impact your benefit in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years? For the most part, no, it's not. But this is something we need to watch very closely because if there is no action taken on this thing, then the answer is going to change from no to yeah, it's probably not going to be a good situation for a lot of people. So that's what I want to discuss here for you because this continues to show up. In fact, I see this a couple times per week with different information that is hitting the wire talking about the severity of the finances of Social Security and the urgency of getting this figured out. Now, remember this much as well. Why do we care so much about Social Security? Because there's a lot of people that draw on it. I mean, here's the thing. Social Security is a huge program. In fact, this program has been around for almost 88 years. We're coming up on, 88 years here that Social Security has been around. It sends out monthly checks to about 64 million Social Security retirees, about 9 million Social Security disability beneficiaries, and then, of course, it also sends out checks to survivors beneficiaries, and then SSI is also administered by Social Security, but yet it is not Social Security benefits. My point is, there's tens of millions of beneficiaries that get checks from the Social Security Administration every single month. Therefore, we got to pay attention to everything that's going on here, right? Millions upon millions of people rely on these checks. Therefore, it's very important. All right, so this is what it comes down to. This 77% figure is what they continue to tell us that Social Security benefits would be able to be paid out at that percentage in the event of insolvency. So basically what this means is in the event that Social Security becomes insolvent, as in, let's just say it how it really is. If Congress does not do anything, in other words, if Congress does not do their work, then we're going to be getting a 77% payout. What does this mean? It simply means that benefits will be cut by 23%. So right now, benefits are being paid out at 100% of your promised and guaranteed benefit, right? 100%. Great. That's exactly what everybody's supposed to be getting and how it's supposed to be going as of right now. However, just imagine this. Every single year, we continue to cross our fingers, hoping that a big COLA raise will be coming in for our monthly benefit. We all wonder and think, I wonder how much the COLA will be this year. I'm super excited because I'm looking forward to a 3% raise, a 4% raise, a 7% raise, whatever it happens to be. However, what if they came in one year and said, sorry, no COLA, but in fact, we're actually not going to give you a COLA, but we're going to reduce your benefit by 23%. So for all these years that we've been begging, asking, pleading for a 1%, 2%, 3%, 5%, 7% raise, in one time at all, they could come right in and say, sorry, 23% cut, boom, done. You know what I mean? Funny how that works, right? We try to get the teeny tiny raises and then they come in and they potentially take away 23% all in one swoop. Boom, gone. Like, really? You know what I mean? It's funny how that always works, right? Anyway, so here's what it would be. In the event of insolvency, this is what would happen. Basically, because the trust fund is depleting and because the money coming in through Social Security payroll taxes is about 23% less than the money going out through going out on a monthly basis to beneficiaries, benefits would have to be cut. So that is what that is coming down to. The 77% figure simply means in the event that Congress does not do something, in the event that Congress cannot come together on an agreement here to reform Social Security, make sure that this program remains solvent, and make sure that those benefits are paid out at 100% that they always have been, then benefits would essentially need to be coming down. Now, again, we don't want this to happen, obviously, but unfortunately, this is out of our control. We are literally at the mercy of the program, and we can literally do nothing other than sit here and watch this whole thing play out. So that is what it would come down to. Now, let me give you some real numbers behind this so we can see this and get a better illustration of what this would actually look like. Now, again, I'm going to give you some round numbers here just so that we can see what this would look like and show you the magnitude of what this would actually mean. All right, so let's just say that we fast forward out until the date of insolvency. Now, again, they're talking about 10 years out from right now, but again, give or take a little bit. Nobody really seems to know what it is. It's about 10 years, give or take, okay? So let's just say that we fast forward out 10 years from now. Let's just say that you're receiving a monthly benefit of $1,000 at the time of insolvency. Great, all is well, $1,000 checks rolling in every single month. Not bad. Life is good, or, life is decent anyway, right? You're getting by on your $1,000. However, Congress does not act, and they say, hey, super sorry here, but we have depleted the trust fund, and we can only pay out now the taxes coming in through Social Security payroll taxes. That's what we're only be able to pay out now. So we're going to be reducing benefits by 23%, or being able to pay out 77% of benefits. This is what it would look like. If you're currently receiving $1,000 at that time, your benefits would be immediately cut by 23%, or $230 a month, taking your benefit from $1,000 down to $770. Ouch, right? That's bad. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. That is a bad situation. So if somebody would be struggling along on, say, $1,000 a month, just imagine if your benefit was cut by 23% and your benefit is now $770. That is the magnitude behind this. Now, obviously, I just used some round numbers there. Everybody's benefit for the most part is different, but this is what it would come down to, and this is the magnitude behind how this whole thing could possibly play out. So you can clearly see here, this is the magnitude behind this. And just imagine that, though. How much money would that really translate into? Let's just say that each beneficiary on average is getting $1,000 a month. That's actually not true. The average beneficiary at that time will be getting way over $2,000. In fact, as of right now, the average Social Security retirement beneficiary is getting about $1,800 per month. So by the time we roll out 10 years from now, the average beneficiary is probably going to be getting, I don't know, $2,300, $2,400, $2,500 a month would probably be the average beneficiary, depending on what happens here over the next, 10 years or so. But just imagine that. A 23% cut on a, say, $2,000 benefit would be $460 a month. That's craziness. Just imagine that across, say, 65 million beneficiaries, right, at that time. That'd be, I can't do that math in my head. I don't even know what that number would be. It would be a huge, huge number of money that is not being distributed. Billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars every single year. Now, again, I don't know what those numbers are because those are big numbers, and I can't calculate that. I can't calculate that in my head right now as I'm talking, but that's a big number. I mean, if we're talking, say, $260 a month per beneficiary, that is $260. I mean, that's like $3,000 $3,200 a year. I think that's right, about $3,200 a year per beneficiary times, say, 65 million beneficiaries. We're talking like a lot of money. I think it's 180 billion, 109, almost $200 billion. I think that's what it comes out to. I think if my math is right, that's craziness, right? That's a lot of money that is not being paid out to beneficiaries. That'd be very, very impactful. So this is what the 77% figure is talking about, and this is what they are discussing when it comes down to it. Now, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for any length of time now, you know that there are, I don't know, 20, 30, 35, maybe 40 different ideas, proposals that are being floated around out there on what they can do to change Social Security and reform this program. I mean, we've seen tons of them. In fact, over the last several months here, I've been coming out talking about all these because we got to pay attention to what's going on, because you never know what they're going to do about this, and you never know which path that they're going to take on this. It always seems obvious, like here's the obvious path, they're going to take this one, and then sure enough, they take another one, right? So that's why I've been introducing all these different ideas, proposals, concepts as far as what they've been talking about, as far as what they can do to shore up Social Security and make sure that this program is, solvent for many more years. That's why I've been bringing all these to you, so you can clearly see what is going on, because it's very important to understand this, because you never know what they're going to do. And at this time, Congress doesn't even know what they're going to do, but they will need to find a solution at some point. And if they don't, well, the beneficiaries, unfortunately, are going to be the ones that suffer. So not a good situation. Anyway, I hope this makes more sense. I know that you've probably seen this 77% figure or something about Social Security insolvency. If you've been watching the video here on the channel for any length of time now, you know that you've heard me talk about this, because it's a pretty big deal, and it's something I've been seeing a ton in the headlines lately. And Congress, of course, just like always, they're wrestling around with all kinds of different things. But again, something will prevail. Either way, I'll keep you posted, so please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.